Hello and welcome. Heather Torres here, and I am so excited to invite you to our exclusive training, an inside look inside of our Inner Circle, our monthly online business coaching program. And we're going to be deep diving into how to grow on Facebook. Now, the first part of today's training is going to be here inside of the Facebook group for our Inner Circle, as well as live streaming on the YouTube channel. So if you're watching on the YouTube channel, hello and welcome to this exclusive training. And then the second half is going to be an exclusive Q&A and hot seats for our Inner Circle. But today, I'm excited to jump into the topic about growing on Facebook. Now, you know, here at Think Media, we are shouting from the rooftops that you should be growing your brand and business on YouTube. However, as you start to excel and grow that brand, we want you to be experimenting and dominating on other platforms as well. And so that includes Facebook. But I have a question for you. Do you feel you're short on time and you want to figure out how do you actually do this thing on Facebook? Like, how do I grow my following there and get more leads that can lead to the right customers in sales? In today's training, we're going to be doing a deep dive into helping you create a bank of content in just a weekend. You're going to learn exactly what's working right now on Facebook, so you don't have to wonder about what you should be posting. You're going to master your promotional tactics, so you never have to think about what should I be posting today. Well, no, we'll tell you exactly what to do. And you're going to learn how to scale your Facebook following without using ads or without having to dance like on TikTok, unless you want to. So I'm excited because today we're also going to be featuring one of, I think, the most profound teachers right now on Facebook, which is my friend and expert, Rachel Miller. We're going to be diving into that in just a second, but you are here for Inner Circle. So welcome to our Inner Circle. And this is our #1 monthly group coaching program for content creators who want to build a high impact and a high profit online business. We believe in the power of online business, and we're excited to bring today's training to you. We're in a social media series inside of our Inner Circle because we know that as you grow on YouTube, that you can also be growing over on other platforms as well. So first, we wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Inner Circle members that are here right now watching live or on the replay. Thank you for our Think fam that's over on the podcast channel watching at this time. We believe that lifelong leaders are lifelong learners. Thank you, John Maxwell. And Warren Buffett says that the best investment that you can make is in yourself. And so for you watching this training today, we just want to say thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part of our family here. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you're subscribed as well. So we wanted to make this the best training that we can for you. And as we walk through Inner Circle, we walk through our 10 steps and the 10 steps to building your 6 to 7 figure media company. I'm excited to have get the guest expert Rachel Miller here today because she really is going to help us with step number 8, which is promote and refine your product and marketing. And she's really figured out how to market on Facebook, and not just market on Facebook, but grow an exceptional company on Facebook. So we're going to be walking through that step for you today here inside of Inner Circle. And like I said, we are inside of this social media series. So inside of the social media series, we've already walked through how to increase your Instagram engagement. That was with our friend Shalene Johnson. We then walked through how do you do Reels and how do you dominate with Reels. That was with Brock Johnson. And then we had one of our Success Star students inside of Inner Circle, one of our mastermind students, Ben Azadi, who taught you exactly how you could be growing your social media without having to waste time and lose your mind, because he's able to create one piece of content that then scales into other pieces of content. So all of that for our Inner Circle members is inside of your membership, inside of Inner Circle. Now, I'm excited to welcome my friend Rachel Miller. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about Rachel. Rachel is a serial entrepreneur and serial online entrepreneur and a mom of 6 kids. Hello, thank you. I love seeing other moms out there winning the game of business. Rachel actually began as a mom blogger and went on to build an audience ranging in the millions. She is a published author of multiple books that each have sold more than 100,000 copies and have been featured live on Good Morning America, as well as in other national magazines and syndicated shows. Now, in January of 2017, she began teaching others, which is what I love. You do the thing first and then you teach the thing, right? That's what we teach you to do here. She started teaching how people could craft their viral content. And she's helped over 27,000 businesses grow in their engagement. 49 of those business individuals posts, their individual posts, listen to this, have been in front of more than 10 million people. Hello, 10 million people with the strategies you're going to learn today in this exclusive training with Rachel. I want to bring my friend Rachel on today and welcome her to Inner Circle.
Hey guys, so glad to be here. Thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate you for that lovely announcement.
It's always so fun, right? When people read your bio, you're like, did I do all of those things? That's how I feel.
It's fascinating for sure. Yeah. So I've been super grateful to have been able to build a multi-million multi-million people that follow me. And some of them don't even know that I exist. So like, they don't know it's Rachel that's running this audience. And the power of that audience though, has changed not just my life, but so many lives and built so many businesses for myself and for others. And I'm super grateful to be here today to get to show your people what's possible when you have an audience.
I am giddy. Okay, so here's what I need to tell everyone. First, you need to cut out distractions. My Slack has been going off. I'm going to cut down Slack, cut down your distractions, because what Rachel's going to bring to you in the next 30 to 45 minutes is going to be pure gold for you growing your Facebook page. And here's what she's going to be teaching. She's going to teach you how to work smarter, not harder. That's what I need, Rachel. I need to learn how to do working smarter, not harder, with the systems that we can learn that will help us lead to more sales for our Facebook content. So get your notebooks out, get yourself ready. Rachel, I'm handing it right over to you.
Oh, how fun. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And whenever I give examples, I always want to show that it's not just me. So I'm not just the only one who's built an audience of the millions. I've got a slide here, a couple slides to show you that it's possible for you as well. So there we go. Okay. So it didn't just happen for me. We've had people just even in the last month or so cross over the 1 million fan mark. So this isn't something that happened in the past. This isn't something that happens like ages ago in old algorithms. This is something that even Kelly has done in the last couple months. And what this is, she's grown a fan base of over 1 million people without ads. So if Kelly can do it, if all the people here can do it, guys, you can do it too. And you can even do it if you're a mom who thinks you're unemployable, who has a van full. If you love people, if you know that your business can make a difference, then this is something that you can do. Now, I want to take the slide down for a second. I want to show you guys why this is important, even for people on YouTube. Because a lot of you are like, well, I'm here for YouTube, right? I'm here, I'm growing my audience on YouTube. One of the things about YouTube that I love about YouTube is that it's really stable traffic. Really stable. What I mean by that, in Facebook, you have these big, giant spikes. You have a spike of traffic. And then guess what happens to that traffic? It dies. Okay? So Facebook has a giant spike of traffic. Facebook then also dies. YouTube, I guess I should have made the colors different because YouTube totally does red. Anyways, just note I swapped the colors wrong. YouTube has this, Facebook has this giant spike of traffic, and YouTube has a long traffic. But notice the spike happens all in one day, and it's a high spike that comes that first day. So when you post on Facebook, more people see it that first day. Like in your audience, you can literally get your post to 10 times your audience size if you use the right tactics, if you have the right content, if you've been consistent in what we call engagement stacking. So you can reach 10 times your audience size. Now, knowing that, in the first day of YouTube, do you reach 10 times your size? No, but you reach 10 times over time as that post grows. So a post I made 4 years ago is still driving traffic because it grows over time. What if you combine the two together? What I mean by that is, what if you take that YouTube link This is what's so powerful, why I'm super, super excited to be here. What if you spike that traffic? You spike that traffic with Facebook or with one of the social media platforms that gives early engagement. You spike that traffic, you're able to raise that ceiling of where you start with your content. So you're able to get that YouTube video to even more people over time because you spiked it at the beginning. And that's what's going to be super cool about today. You're here because you're YouTube people and you're going to use Facebook or TikTok or one of the other spiking platforms to get that early traction, which tells YouTube, which tells Google with the search engine that this link is super valuable. So from now on, we're going to send even more traffic to it than we were previously. Okay, guys, I'm super, super excited for this, for you guys. My strategies start with believing that you shouldn't have to work very hard. How many of you guys are here and you're a mom and you're like, I'm doing all of the things? Like, I think of this as bring up the slides again real fast. I think of this like I'm trying to grow my business and I need to have a sales page and I need to have an email list and a Facebook group and I have to post that I put out and I have to be on YouTube and I have to have a lead magnet to go into that. And then I have to have a challenge maybe or a webinar and I have to drive all this traffic to it from all the places. And next thing you know, I feel like I need an ads manager, a copywriter, a videographer, a funnel designer, a group manager. Okay, I'm trying to do all of the things, a script writer, somebody to edit this content. I feel like I'm needing to do all of the things. And maybe I feel like I'm either leading a team that's massive and I'm like, wait a second, I'm one person in this orchestra. What happened? Where's my business? Or it feels like I'm herding cats and I'm like, whoa, it's all running away from me. I don't have control over my life anymore. I don't have control over my business. And I have no clue what the heck I'm doing because I'm not a copywriter. I'm not a funnel designer, and do not make me do my own customer service. If anyone else feels like they're being pulled in all the wrong places, I want you to know that you don't have to be, that there is an easy way, and it's called live looping. Oh, where did that slide go? Okay, I don't know where the slide went for that one, guys. How many of you guys, let's jump it down. How many of you guys have watched those videos on YouTube? And it's somebody and they start playing the music and they play one instrument, like tap, 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 tap. And then they add another instrument sound. And then they add another instrument sound. And before you know it, you watch, it's one person, but they use a technique called live looping. And as they're playing their music, it becomes a song in time. Because they play dun, 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 and then that plays again and again, and they add dun, 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 dun. And next thing you know, it's an actual song. It sounds like it's a whole orchestra, and it's one person. But what one person is doing is they're having the content loop. Now, here's what's beautiful. You've already done this. If you're listening here right now in Inner Circle, you have the content made in YouTube already. All you need to do is turn on your looping system. Turn on that system that you play it once and it repeats. And it repeats in a way that stacks on each other. And now you can literally stop working and see the results happen. Guys, I made this map. I'm going to shoot up the slide again. I made this map, literally this one right here. I made this map right there six years ago. And that map right there has run for 6 years without me having to remake the content. That is my original. Here's what I'm going to make as my content. Here's what I'm going to cover in one of my websites. That website is earning money. It's earning multiple 5 figures to this day without me working on it, with content that I created years ago, content that brings in literally 100 million page views to my website. And I haven't worked on it, but I am still promoting it. But I haven't made new content. I just have that content on repeat. So that's the system I want to talk to you right now. We're going to talk about how to make your content repeat. You can pull it on down. The way that you're going to make your content repeat is 4 different steps. 1, you have to make a bumper sticker. Make a bumper sticker. 2, you have to create a content map. After you create the content map, 3, you have to batch and bank your work. And then 4, you need to promote your work, because it doesn't work if you create the work and you never tell anybody about it. How many of you guys have done that? Okay, I've literally done that. I've gone on my phone, I've made a great video, and then I guess forgot it was there, or I said I was going to post it tomorrow. And next thing you know, that work that I did never saw the light of day because I never hit publish. You have to promote it and you have to sell. We're going to take you through these 4 steps. And then once you have these steps made, you turn it onto a recycling system. So you don't have to work as much anymore. Your content goes out to the world without you having to work for it. It goes out on Monday. You know what's going to be posting 6 months from now on Monday. And you didn't have to struggle to create that content because it was already made ages and weeks ago. Now, how many of you are thinking about this and you're like, whoa, wait a second, girl. This sounds like I'm going to have to do a lot of work to set it up. Guys, my content map, I made it in about 30 minutes. If it takes you more than 30 minutes to do the content map, you're working too hard on it. So it should take you like 30, 40 minutes to make your content map. And then to create that bank of content, we've literally seen people do it on a Saturday. So if you can give me one day, you can literally invest in your future audience for their lifetime. Now, earlier, Heather told you that I've had 27,000 people purchase my program. Like me, the mom of 6 kids who thought she was unemployable, has had 27,000 people purchase my program. Guys, that happened from work that I did one time years ago. And that's what I want to help you guys with here today. Okay. 1, know your bumper sticker. 2, make your map. 3, batch and bank it because it doesn't count if you don't have it organized. And then 4, you have to actually publish it. So sounds simple. It's easy. It does take some elbow grease, but I think you can do it in a single day. So if you're here in the Inner Circle group, I want you to tag somebody as like pinky swear that you're going to do this together. Because I don't know if you're like me, I start something and I say I'm going to do it and then I don't do it. Get a partner and literally say, okay, we're going to take ourselves out for coffee virtually. We'll touch back in an hour and both of us are going to go make our content map. Let's go do it. Go do that. Pick a partner and then say, okay, we're all going to do this together on Saturday. I'm going to do it my Saturday. You're going to do it your Saturday. And then we're going to say, did you do the work? How many did you do? And keep each other accountable. Okay. To begin, the bumper sticker. That's part 1. Know your bumper sticker. So I'm getting a marker out here. Where did I put my markers? Okay. Here's my marker. We're going to start with a bumper sticker. Your bumper sticker is your I am statement for your audience. What does your audience call themselves? I am a what? What does your audience call themselves? You have to start with language that your audience says about who they are. Now, one of the things in YouTube is that we like in YouTube to give like reviews, to be kind of educational, to go into like tips and tutorials. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they're very different. What the person wants when they engage on Facebook, when they engage on Instagram, they want to make sure that anything they engage with makes them look good. So you want to think, not who are they now, but who do they want to define themselves as in the future? Who do they aspire to be? When they go to sleep at night and they picture themselves in their best self, what is that person? So for me, I still picture myself as a quirky mom. I'm a little weird and I'm a mom. Only now I'm weird because I also collect businesses. Okay. We think, what do we call ourselves? Now, it's not necessarily what you call yourself. It's what your audience will call themselves. I am a what? Know what that is. And then when you know what that is, I want you to kind of think about that journey that your customer's on. They're going from 0 to an amazing day. And along that journey, they've got some steps, right? They've got some stages. Your YouTube videos and your social media content and everything that you're posting in all of the places needs to walk them along that journey. Oh, my word, guys. I went blurry. My camera sometimes does that. Sorry about that. Okay. Needs to walk them along the journey. So you're thinking, who do they want to become? What is that I am statement? I am at this stage. I'm what? Okay. And then ask yourself along that journey, what things do they need to do to get along that journey? What beliefs do they have to have? What things do they need to love along that journey? What things are going to motivate them? What things are they going to have as a result, like a mini result? What things are they going to have as a story? Okay, what I mean by that is like a badge, a story badge. Like my kids, they're in band and they're in theater, and so they all have in band they have a story about the different chairs that they're in. So they have a story about how they met this thing or how they dropped their instrument. Okay, that's a story that everyone has in that space. It's a story that when my daughter's talking to me about the chair, I'm sitting there thinking, what the heck is she talking about? Because I'm not a flute and I really don't care what chair I'm in. Does it fit my butt? Can I sit in it? That's about the gist of my list of what a story is. But that's her story is what chair she's in. So I want you to think in the language that your audience would say about what their stories that they're telling themselves. What obstacles are they facing? Okay, what proof do they need to tell themselves they've made it? This is all the content that you're going to be creating. Now, in YouTube, you already have some videos. So let's say you have a video of a review of a product. Awesome. When you're promoting that review, how can you promote it with a story? How can you promote that review of a product with a motivational statement? How can you promote it with we're going to overcome this obstacle that you're in? How can you promote it with a belief, a manifesto, like, oh my word, I believe this about myself. Once you have those, sorry guys, I move so much and it's fun when you move a lot. And this also tells you don't have to be perfect when you're making videos. That's something on especially social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, they do not want perfection. And that's one of the fun things. Once you have your journey, next thing you have to do is make your map. I like to make my map a little bit messy because I'm not an organized person. In the sense, I'm one of those chaotic people who is creative and always thinking of ideas. So my map looks like this. Things I love, stories. So remember all those things that we mentioned, obstacles. We've got beliefs. Okay, we've got myths that they need to break. We've got tips. Okay, I'm going to make my map of what I'm going to write about, what my content's going to be, what my audience needs to know so that they can be successful. What are some myths that they have about the niche? So I believe that video should be perfect. That's a myth. I'm going to crush it. You don't need to be perfect. I believe that all videos must be 10 minutes long. No, actually 15 seconds is the real hit right now, at least on TikTok's Reels and YouTube Shorts, right? I believe that anyone can do video marketing, even if they've never, they don't want to dance ever on social media, ever. That's me. I don't dance. So I believe, what are those beliefs that they have? What obstacles are they overcoming? They don't have money for equipment. What tips can you give them? So you're going to make your map and you're going to list as many stories that your audience has dealt with. And when you're wondering, is this a good story? Always go back to your I am statement. Is this story about Legos that you're telling something that all of your audience would understand? If yes, then tell that story. If they would not get the joke, then don't tell it, because it has to only relate to your perfect people, only relate to those I am people. What things do your perfect people love that other people don't love? I love email deliverability, because that's something that as a business owner, I really, really care about. If I tell my husband about email deliverability, he's not a business owner. He doesn't really care too much about being an entrepreneur. He doesn't get it, right? So what are those things that only your perfect person loves? What are those tips that only your perfect person will go bonkos for? This, guys, becomes your content. Now, my guess is some of you already have videos on YouTube that cover these things, that you can match a belief to, you can match stories to. That's awesome, because you're going to create content on Facebook, on Instagram, on all the other places, especially Facebook, because that's where my jam is. You're going to create content there that drives people to your YouTube channel to watch the long lesson, the full video. Okay. And when you do this, now YouTube gets that spike, and YouTube then says, oh, you drove many people to this video. It must be super valuable. So we're going to increase its likelihood of being found in searches because we got traffic coming into us with posts that have this keyword in it, and it's the keyword that people are searching, and it's the keyword that this video is. So this must be a really valid search result. Okay, guys. So you've got your map. The first thing you need to do is know your bumper sticker. That's the I am statement. Know the bumper sticker that your audience wants to say. Second thing you need to do is make your content map. We've showed you how to make the map. I would love for those of you who are listening to go take yourselves out for coffee, give yourself a date, and make your maps. This should only take you about 30 minutes because you should know what things your audience believes, what things that they have as tips that they should have. There's some hacks if you need them. Actually, just PM me if you need to. It's Rachel Miller on Facebook. Big hair. You should be able to find me. I got a cover with 6 kids on it. Go in there and get ideas. I want you to list as many of these as you can because the next step is batching and banking your content. Okay. Are you guys all still with me? Am I going too fast? I am a fast talker, and yeah, it's just fun because we want to get like great results and get it done quickly. Okay, so next we need to batch and bank. So I look at that map. Bring up a map again. Bring up this. There we go. Okay, and so I look at my map of content. Here it is, and I say, oh wait, let's actually show you some of the other maps. This is a map that somebody who is a business coach created. This is a map that a doctor created. She teaches doctors. So while I showed you my map, it was kind of chaos. Not everybody's map is chaos. Some people's maps are like this one, a nutritionist, or this one. I love that one. Like, man, I should have done mine in Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes. It's so pretty. Make your map however you need to make your map. But the most important thing is that you've made it, and then look at your map. Each one of these Post-it notes, she has a content idea on. So all the red ones are things that she loves. All the yellow ones are stories. Actually, those are her proofs. Next one, the orange ones are her tips. She's teaching tips and solutions for problems. Over this one, wins. Here's stories that people, how they've overcome an obstacle. So each one of those Post-its is a different topic. What she needs to do next is to pick up her phone, literally pick up her phone, and go to that topics and say, I'm going to make a photo for each one of these. So she has the list. She's going to take her list and do number 1. One is, oh my word, the dogs are going bonkers now. Number 1 is this. Number 2 is this. Number 3. So she numbers all of the options. And then as she goes through her numbers, she's going to take photos. So number 1, sorry guys, my dogs are going bonkers. I don't know what's going on. Takes the camera out and makes a photo of her, whatever it is. She's going to take a photo of it right now. So 1 photo. 2, the next thing, go around the house, go around your life and take a photo. My guess, guys, is you already have photos in your life, in your business that match that journey. Okay. So thinking of like, let's say you're in fitness. Let's say you're in fitness and you've got things that they love. They love having extra space in their jeans. They love a belt buckle going down, right? That they don't need the belt as much. They have a story of the diet yo-yo. So you can take a picture of something that you hated when you were dieting. You can take a picture of the jeans. You can take a picture of one of the myths that you can't have ice cream. So you show the ice cream bowl. You can take a picture of each one of the things on this list. Now, what I would love for you to do is to think of a YouTube video that you've already got running that you can then link to. So when you post this in your Facebook feed, in your Instagram channel, you then tag your page and say, hey guys, we've got this in our YouTube channel. We've got this over here where you can learn more. Take the full content. Okay, so now how do we actually bank? Bring it back up and we're going to go into the actual banking. What I like to do after I go through, I like to go and put everything into a folder. So we go onto Google Drive and I open up a folder in Google Drive and I drop all of my photos into that folder. So you can see here, here's a photo of my kid's closet. I've got a photo of me holding books, a photo of my water bottle. Okay. I went through my list and I took as many photos as I could. I even went to my audience, like this one right here. I went to my audience and said, hey, can you share some of your photos? So Arena here showed how her son, and I said his mom just got to 2 million views on her 2 million shares on her content. I took a picture of Josh. He sent me a picture of his stuff. So I asked my audience even to give me photos that I could share featuring them. So anyways, I collected all my photos. What do I do next? Collect all my photos. We also do the same thing for video, guys. So just like we collected photos, we also want to collect videos. But what do we do next? We put them into Drive, and then we write the content. How many of us have taken the photos, have taken the videos, and then we stop there and we don't do the finessing? Okay. This is actually, like, for me, it's actually the hardest part because I don't like writing. So what I found that makes this stage super, super easy and super, super effective is that I get out my phone and I use an app called Otter.ai. It's a completely free app, or I use the free version. Maybe there's a paid version. I use the free version. And I turn on the microphone, and everything that I say that comes out of my mouth, the microphone transcribes into words. So I'll go to my batch and I'll say photo number 1. I went to the store and it was so cool to see what happens when I da-da-da-da. And this is a tip we're covering in our YouTube channel today. Click for more. Okay. Next, 2. Okay. So the other day I was eating and I had this thing and the myths that people believe, blah, 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 blah. And this is proof that it's possible for you. 3, I go through my list and I literally say each one of the things and I just speak into my app. Now, this is something people will always say to me, Rachel, how come your word, like your writing, seems like you're talking to me? It's because I'm literally talking. I'm not writing those things out. I'm speaking them. And then I take the app and I copy and paste it into a spreadsheet. Once it's in the spreadsheet, guys, now it's a copy and paste system. We typically, most of the people who help me with my social media do not speak English. They don't live in my country. And it doesn't matter that they don't speak English and live in my country because all they're doing is copying that cell of the wording and they're pasting it onto the platform. They're taking number, photo number, whatever, video number, whatever, and they're uploading that video number into the platform and they hit publish. That's it. This is how this becomes a set and then forget social system. You truly can promote your content, but make the content one time and recycle it again and again and again for literally life. Now, all those videos that you've created, you're able to drive traffic to them using Facebook, using one of those social engines that spike the traffic, causing your YouTube to actually get more search results in the end because more people came to it and then YouTube says, oh, this is important. And you see those results. Now, one of the little tips I have for you is if you're doing this to spike your YouTube traffic, try to make sure that in your phrase, you use part of the YouTube description. What you want it to appear in search, make sure that's in the first 3 lines. You don't always want it in the first line because you need like a hook, some type of engagement, to capture their attention. So you may not want it in the first line, but you're going to want that search phrase in there because Google, the search engine, sees that phrase coming in with your link to your YouTube video and then says, hey, YouTube, it came in with this search phrase. So now you've increased your likelihood of coming up in search. So it's a little hack for you. I love to use that same phrase to help my search traffic. So once we have it, we've got our bumper sticker. We've made our content map. We've batched it, which meant we took our phone and we took all the photos. We took our phone and we made all the videos. We banked them by putting them into a Google Drive or into wherever your system is that you're tracking. Some of my people prefer to use Trello and they put all their videos as separate cards in Trello. They put all their photos in their photo stream in Trello. wherever you're using as your system to keep track of your content, you want to not just batch it, which means you take all the photos at one time and all the videos at one time. You also want to bank it, which means you put it somewhere and you organize it. Whenever I upload them, I post them 1 through whatever. So my next photos I will post might be 87, 97, 98, or 98, 99, 100, 101. I title them with a number so that way they can go into the spreadsheet and I can write all that content. It's ready to go. Then we want to promote the posts. So how many of us are wanting to grow on Facebook and we're wanting to grow on YouTube? One of the best ways to grow is by cross promotion. So that's how we're growing our YouTube channel, because we're driving traffic from Facebook to YouTube. But just like YouTube wants to see those incoming links, Facebook and all the other platforms, they want those incoming links too. So I love to take every piece of content that I ever post anywhere, whether I post it on YouTube or I post it on Pinterest. I want to make sure every single piece of content is cross-promoted in another place. So I might promote it by driving the link over email. I might drive a link over email. I might share it into a Facebook group, my group, or even another person's group if it's relevant and they don't see it as spam. I might share it over Messenger or over chat. I might give my own post a like, because if I don't like my own content, why should somebody else like it? I might give my own post a thumbs up. I might tag a friend who needs that content, right? I might tag them. I'll post, see somebody that left a reply, and then I'll reply back with a question. And that then leads to a back and forth dialogue. I'm going to save my own post. So once you've created your post piece of content on Facebook or wherever that platform is, you want to engage with your content, just like I've listed ways to engage here. Another fun thing to do is to embed it into a blog post. So guys, I want you to share your content a second time, promote it a second time, engage on it. When you do this, you're giving the platform signals. So I'm telling Facebook this post that I posted on Facebook is worth liking, and people just like me should like it. I'm telling Facebook it should be in Facebook groups. The people in this Facebook group should see this post that I just made, but also people in this group should see other types of content that I create because they're similar to my audience. This content is so valuable. It's getting back and forth interactions. So Facebook, you should show this content to people just like the people talking on this. So this is how, guys, we're able to see content reach 10 times the people that follow the page. Pull up the slides one more time, and I want to show you guys what happens when you're consistent with this. Okay, so here, I told you that you want to ask an I am statement. So we asked our audience an I am statement. We got our audience to give us ideas. We create the content. You know you're a graphics designer when there's 50 shades for the color purple. The result of this, guys, the results when you do this is that you're going to have your audience pay attention. This girl that posted this only had 200 fans on her Facebook page. She only had 200 fans. And yet she was able to reach 2,000 people, so 10 times her audience. And she was able to get 200 comments on that post. And she was able to do that with a single post when she only had 200 fans. Why? Because she posted the right content and she posted it to the right audience. She posted it when it was something about their journey, about who they are and where they are in the journey. And she posted it and then promoted it. She promoted it by giving Facebook the signals that said, hey, this content is worth seeing. This content is super valuable. Guys, when she can do this and she can grow, so can all of you. We've seen another gal in here. Let me see if I can find her. Oh, where did it go? Oh, guys, there was another girl in here. Let me see if I can find her. She started this, and within 4 months, she was able to 10x her entire audience, because it's not something that you do once. It's something you can flop it back down again. It's not something you do once. It's something that you're going to do again and again and again to get results. So while you start posting your content today, you're like, okay, I'm live looping. I'm posting a photo. I'm posting a video. I'm posting a conversation starter about this content. I'm posting the map. those things that I believe, those things that I love, those stories that everybody in my niche has. And I'm linking to my YouTube videos. I'm not seeing results today. Those results start stacking on each other. And little by little, just like in YouTube, where you post consistently, next thing you know, you have this groundswell of people ready to see you, ready to take your post from 200 to 2,000 people in a single post in 24 hours time. It happened for her. It can happen for you guys. And the steps, once again, to recap: 1, know your bumper sticker. What is that statement that your audience desperately wants the world to know about them? I am a what? This makes your content shareable. If your content's all about you, if it's all tips and stuff, that's content that's great for search, but that's not content that gets people to share, that gets people to instantly engage. Then you have to make your content map. Sounds crazy, looks messy, but frankly, it's absolutely life-changing for you and for your audience, because now they know what to expect from you and you don't have to work as hard because the work was done once. Then you have to batch it. It's not enough to make the map. You have to actually get your camera out and make all the content. And I love to take the friction away. So I love to use just my webcam. I love to just use my phone. I love to keep it really, really basic, because the point isn't the fluff and the fanciness. The point is that I got content out there to the world that's making a difference in their lives. So I batch as quickly as I can. 80-20 it. The 20% of my effort that's going to get the 80% of results. Batch it, bank it. And for me, that means putting it into a spreadsheet and using Otter to create the content the words that content is. Then I promote it. How do I promote it? I engage. I show my audience what behavior to engage. I show Facebook what I want my content to look like and to be like by engaging in my own content. When I do this, guys, I'm able to grow my list, grow my leads, grow my sales. And okay, I did it all in 40 something minutes, just like I promised.
Oh my goodness, Rachel, that was amazing. I was taking notes the whole time. I was like, I got my content map going. I don't know if you can see this, but I was like, who is my I am statement content map? Because guys, the learning doesn't stop. This is all part of the entrepreneurial journey and just so incredible. So Rachel, thank you so much for that training, that part of the training. And because, we want to make sure that people can get access to you at a deeper level, we want to send them to thinksocialsystem.com. That will be a way that they can go deeper with you and really learn more about what you're teaching, because we crammed as much as we could in for that 45 minutes. So they can go here, Rachel. What can they expect on the other side of this thinksocialsystem.com?
Inside of that, we actually give you the spreadsheets and we'll give you the actual content map. So if you're like one of those people who's like, could I just fill in your system and get it done faster without having to mentally gymnastics this? We give it to you, the step-by-step thing. And then we even give you, here's your content map, here's your content calendar, here's your content everything. And forgive me, my child is knocking the door. Guys, I'm on a call. There is, they all came up from school. So they're anyways. Okay. So yes, it's inside there. We have all of the details. It's step-by-step. We do cover it quickly, but that's because I truly think people overthink this. And it should take you 30 minutes to make your map. And it should take you a day or 2 days to batch your content. Because if it's taking you longer, then you're overthinking it. The point is not to make, YouTube is meant for that production. And that's the difference between YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, just your place to promote what you've produced. So get in and get out as fast as you can is kind of my motto.
Okay, I'm going to take that to heart, because I'm a struggling perfectionist, Rachel, and I want it to always look perfect and always be perfect. And so I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to take the challenge. Think Inner Circle. I want you to take the challenge this weekend and make your map. Let's make our content maps and post them inside of the Inner Circle group, because I want to share those with Rachel, so we can do this as a collective group. And if you're part of the Think fam and you're watching right now on the YouTube channel, post it and tag Rachel and myself on social media. Tag us so that we can see your content maps. Well, we are going to jump into the second part of our Think Inner Circle. And if you want to jump in and be a part of what we're doing here at Think Media on a deeper level, helping you grow your online business, you can join us at thinkinnercircle.com for the monthly membership. This gives you exclusive access to our friends like Rachel and Brock Johnson and Shalene Johnson and Ben Azadi, the people that have been a part of what we're doing this year and the last part of last year, and so many other incredible expert friends who we bring into our inner circle. And here's the thing, when it comes to being a trainer or an expert that we bring in, it's not just about the receipts. It's not just about, how are they doing in business? To us here at Think Media, we want to bring people to you just like Rachel. Can I just also say, I love so much that her dog was barking, that her kids came home, because guys, that's real life. Like this is just real life doing the work. And it makes it so amazing to not have to like think about being perfect when you're doing all of the things. So if you want to go deeper with our expert friends like Rachel, who when we vet them, it's not about just the business. It's about what they're building. It's about the integrity of the person. It's about that they're building something and helping people on a much deeper level. And that's exactly who Rachel Miller is. You can follow her over on social media. You can go to thinkinnercircle.com if you'd like to have access to the second part of this training, where we're going to go deeper in answering your questions, having some hot seats where you can come on live and ask us questions. But if not, we'll catch you in the next video. You can click or tap the screen right now if you're on YouTube, and we'll catch you in the next one.